Hi, this is PD at BurgZerg Arcade at BurgZergArcade.com, and here we are again with another tutorial. This one's number 261, I believe. So let's go ahead and open up Unity, and we'll go ahead and open up MonoDevelop as well. Now in the last one we left off, we had just actually got our vitals displaying, and we have it set up so that the mob starts off with the current vital values equal to whatever the max vital is, which in this case is our adjusted base value. In this video here, we're just going to go ahead and implement the stats. So I'm going to go ahead, just copy this. Now I actually mean the skills, not the stats. And I'm going to go ahead and paste this in, and instead of attribute name, we called it skill name. And it should be the exact same thing as we did last time. Just replace all of your stat names, or attribute names, sorry, with skill. And we're not going to have the same function here. We're going to have one, probably something like get skill. That's what I thought. And we're going to want to move this over a bit. See, the other one started off at 10. It went over a total of 300. This one here, I want to start over that far. So we're actually going to start at 310. And of course, the 310 I'm getting from, the 10 and the 300. And I'm going to leave it at 300 wide as well. I know that's really wide, but it's like halfway across my screen already used up. But that's okay. Let's go ahead. We'll take a look here. Everything should be fine. Let's go ahead and save that off. We'll see if any errors pop up. Just the warnings that we don't need to worry about. And we started off, and sure enough, there it is. And then, sure enough, we could actually move that over, but that's fine. So they're all coming out 0, and we want to turn around and figure out why. So let's go in. The base value, let's try adjusted base value. And we'll go ahead and take a look at it now. And there we go. Our adjusted base value. Now, keep in mind, if you watched the videos from before, base value is the actual value of the skill. So when we go to raise, let's take melee offense for instance. When we go to raise melee offense, and we'll just use the character as an example, and we click that button to put a point into melee offense, that's when the base value goes up. Now this adjusted base value is the base value plus any bonuses they get from either equipment they're wearing or bonuses that roll over from having high stats or high attributes. So that's why you always want to call the adjusted base value and not the base value itself, because if they have any sort of buff or bonus, or even a debuff or a negative bonus or something like that, you want to be able to take that into consideration. But anyway, we got that displaying the way we want. I am actually going to move this over, and if this is 310, I want to move it over about half. So I'm actually just going to do 150. I'm going to take a look, see if that's okay. And we'll have this pop up. That seems pretty good. So I'm actually going to go ahead and shorten everything down to 140. And again, it would have been nice to have that saved as a variable somewhere, so we didn't have to edit it everywhere. And if we start it back up, everything should be displayed properly. And there we go. So let's stop that from running. Actually, before we stop it, let's actually start it back up. We'll go into the spawning area. I actually want to select the mob, and I want to turn it off. And as you notice, that gets turned off. Now later on, when we start doing more debugging, we can actually have this pop on and off based on whether or not the mob is targeted. So when we target the mob, it'll say, hey, if the debug is checked, go ahead and show the stats for the mob. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that worked, and it is. So we'll stop that there. And I actually think this is where I'm going to stop this video here, as I like to keep a fairly single focus instead of covering a bunch of different topics in one video. We got the skills displayed. Everything's working as far as I can tell. Everything's displaying. We got a nice little display. It turns on and off when the debug is working. Yeah, so let's end it here, and we'll move on to the next topic. We'll find that out in the next video. And well, like always, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more of them. And since they're coming up fairly regularly and you don't want to miss any of them, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It really does help me out. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.